It's your boy HB. We're back. It's the new year. It's 2023. Yes, yay, let's go. I know I've been gone for a minute, but it's time to drop a video. But I thought I'd drop a video in the new year. This video should come out January 2nd on Monday. I think at 11 a.m. I think that's what I claim, but I thought it shouldn't come out on Monday. But today I'm going to be talking about Goku versus Punisher. I think this fight is very interesting. I think both of these warriors are slept in martial arts. People are slept in fighters are slept in their hand-to-hand combat ability. I think Goku slept. People just think Goku's a brawler, and Punisher. People think Punisher's just a brawler. He has no fighting sense. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about both of them and who do I think wins, and I'll go over their feats and stuff, and who do I think is these who would come out on top is what I'm gonna say. Now, before we get into this video, I want to just say we will not be using Ultra Instinct because it's a little complicated. So we're not using Ultra Instinct. We're just using Goku and his regular martial arts feats that he's performed over the years in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Super. So those are all the feats that I'll be covering of Goku. So let's get into it. So Goku in early Dragon Ball has been able to hold his own and handle General Tao, who is a master martial artist. Which what is interesting is, and I want you guys to remember, is in early Dragon Ball, a lot of people are like master of martial arts and knows a lot of forms of martial arts. And the fact that Goku as a child, is able to match and handle them is kind of crazy. But yeah, Goku's able to match and hold his own and swap hands with General Tao, who's a master of martial arts. And then Goku is able to hold his own and match Master Roshi, who should have like 100+ years of martial arts experience, and he is a master. And Goku as a child is able to match him and be able to press him, handle him at times, and hold his own at times with Master Roshi. Is a very impressive feat for Goku. And then what's also is Tien is also a master of martial arts, and Goku has shown to swap hands with Tien and hold his own with Tien and press Tien a lot. And then we see growth in Goku as like later on when Goku gets like older as a teen, he's able to consistently get the better of Tien when Tien and Goku are just doing martial arts. Goku does get the better of Tien, and then Tien has to use like Ki Blast. This is showing Goku's growth and his fighting capability, which I think is very impressive in Tien. Like I said, is a master of martial arts. And then what's also interesting is Goku has been able to train with King Kai and Kami, but let's talk about King Kai. He's been able to train with King Kai, and King Kai should be thousands of years old, because he should be way older than Roshi. I don't know if King Kai is like millions of years old. I don't know about that, but King Kai definitely should be thousands of years old, and King Kai should have thousands of years of experience in his department. And Goku in early Dragon Ball Z is training with somebody with that caliber of experience. And then one of Goku's more impressive feats, I think, is when he's able to fight Hit. And Hit is a guy who has good fighting IQ. Hit should have 1,000 years of experience, I believe. And what makes this fight interesting is Goku is able to show his adaptation and fighting IQ to counter Hit, Goku's able to match somebody with a different fighting style than him in an instant with his Saiyan biology and adaptation. And then Goku's able to learn and not learn, but he's able to predict Hit's movements, because Goku has to be calculated, and Goku doesn't have much time before Hit uses his time skip, and Goku's able to figure out Hit's time skip. Now, somebody did have to tell Goku what Hit was using, but like once Goku like found out, Goku was able to articulate and sort of use his fighting IQ to be able to predict where Hit will be and counter its next movement, which I think is very impressive for Goku. I think this is a very much slept on feat for Goku. I think this is one of Goku's best, like, fighting IQ and martial art feat that he has, like, performed. One of his best. And I think more people need to give Goku more credit. Goku's not just a brawler; he is a master of martial arts, and I think this here shows a great example of why he is. But going into more is so Beerus, right? So Beerus has lived longer than Kami, Roshi, King Kai. So Beerus has lived for hundreds of millions of years, right? And this would mean so Beerus scales above all those people I named. So Beerus should have hundreds of millions of years of martial arts experience because Beerus should be a master of martial arts. Beerus is kind of like the peak of what a martial art should be, beside Whis in Universe 7. And Goku's shown to match Beerus in the martial arts department, so Goku should scale to Beerus. And then Goku should scale to this hundreds of millions of years of experience that Beerus has. And so Goku is able to train and progress in his martial arts ability with Whis, who should live for twice as many years as probably Beerus, because Whis is an angel and he has to train Beerus, the god of destruction. But Goku's able to train with Whis and get better. And Whis works on Goku's martial arts ability. Whis tells Goku that he's too relaxed and stuff like that, and he lets his guard down and stuff, just telling Master Roshi this. But yeah, so yeah, very impressive for Goku and stuff, for his martial art capability. Very slept on, I believe Goku is. I think people think Goku's just a brawler, which I think Goku's much more than that, but it's what people think. But so now let's talk about Punisher, because in Marvel Comics, I think Punisher is very slept on in his fighting capability as well. And I'm going to go over some of Punisher's feats. I'm not going to go over every single feat for Punisher, but I'm going to be going over enough to where it gives you a basis of his martial arts versatility and some of his feats and stuff that he's performed over his skills. So let's get into it. So Punisher has had military experience and some martial arts training as well. And you know, he's had some military experience and he had some martial arts experience. And then Punisher does meditate to like keep a calm mind and body. And then Punisher does have his own training, like he has his own training schedule and stuff that he follows to keep his body at peak like performance and stuff. And then so Punisher is able to like hold his own a little bit with Cap. Now some of these feats I'm gonna talk about later when I start talking about Goku versus Punisher, but for now he's able to hold his own a little bit with Cap. He's able to get the better of Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is slept on in his hand-to-hand combat like ability, but Punisher consistently, when Spidey doesn't use like his superhuman attributes and stuff, Punisher is able to handle and get the better of Spider-Man in the martial arts in that department. And then there are many scraps in Marvel Comics history, Daredevil and Punisher. Punisher's been able to scrap and hold his own a little bit with Daredevil. Now, I don't think he fully scales to Daredevil, and I'll get into that later, but this is still a good feat for Punisher. And then Punisher is able to like hold his own with Deadpool and fight Deadpool a little bit, which is impressive as well. And then another thing is Punisher is able to fight a little bit with Iron Fist, and Iron Fist is like a Marvel Jesus of like hand-to-hand combat martial arts besides like Shang-Chi. But I'll get into why I think Punisher and Iron Fist, like I'll get into why later. Like I said, I'll talk about this later. Why, like, I don't think Punisher. I think this fight is misinterpreted, and I don't think Punisher fully scales to Iron Fist, but it's still a feat for Punisher. Now let's get into Goku versus Punisher. So I don't think Punisher fully scales to Cap, Daredevil, and Iron Fist. I don't think he fully scales to them, in my opinion. I think, because so Cap, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, they all transcend all forms of martial arts because they scale to each other and they scale to Shang-Chi. I don't think Punisher scales to them because when Cap and Daredevil and Iron Fist try, they bring down Punisher very quickly and handle him. Whereas when it comes to the hand-to-hand combat ability, Punisher normally needs his weaponry to press them a little bit to make them actually try and see him as a threat. That's just my opinion, but yeah, I just want to get that out. But now let's talk about Goku versus Punisher. So I think in fighting IQ, I think they both have similar fighting IQ. I think in terms of martial arts, I think Goku has more martial arts experience and is slightly better than Punisher. I see Goku performing better in the situations that Punisher has fought Cap, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, I think. And I think Goku has more fighting experience than Punisher. I think that hundreds of millions of years. I think with that Goku's had I think Goku's had higher martial arts experience and fighting capability than Punisher. Punisher to me seems like he's a melee god per se, not a brawler, just a melee god where he'll scrap he can scrap he probably needs his weaponry to press you, but he can still swap hands with you and scrap with you with hand-to-hand combat. But yeah, so how I see this fight going is in a tournament, kind of setting. Just picture this in your mind, because because it's martial arts only, so it's hands only. I see, or let's say it's if it's in a tournament setting and it's out in the street, I see Goku, so people will say Goku would let his guard down with Punisher. I think Goku's able to sense the evil in people's hearts and know hey, this guy's not about that. And I think Goku would get a different type of vibe from Punisher to be okay, yo, this guy is willing to kill me and I can't let my guard down with him. So Goku's willing to put you down if he has to. But I see Punisher. I see at the start in the early fight, I see Punisher and Goku going at it. I see Punisher giving Goku some trouble, but I see in the long fight and the late fight, I see Goku being able to use his. I see Goku being able to articulate and adapt to any fighting style that Punisher will show Goku, and I see Goku getting the better of Punisher in terms of martial arts. I just see Goku taking Punisher down. I think Punisher is going to give Goku some trouble, but I think Goku would be able to adapt to Punisher and take him down with his superior martial arts ability. And I see Goku coming out on top more. I see Goku performing better in the situations that Punisher and who's the people that he's fought. I see Goku performing better, and I think Goku would take this fight with mid to high difficulty. I don't think Goku's just gonna walk in and take Punisher down now. I think Goku's gonna have to adapt to him, figure him out. Goku's gonna have to approach this more methodically to figure out, because Punisher does fight unorthodox, so Goku's gonna have to adapt to that and figure that out. But I think Goku would be able to, and I see Goku coming out on top more times than not against Punisher. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. What you think of Goku versus Punisher? You guys let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this more style of video, and you want me to talk about more martial arts, types of video, you want me to do those type of style videos, comment that down below. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy, I should be, and we're out. Peace.